everybody. Welcome to the 3rd annual Chattanooga Film Festival. My name is Amanda Reno, and I'm here with
Leslie Gladney, and we are interviewing Chris Dortch, the creator of the Chattanooga Film Festival.
Yes, Chris, please tell us, what is it like this 3rd year in a row compared to the very first day?
If you're comparing it to the very first day was in my living room, and we got a noise complaint from my neighbor who believed that someone was being murdered. And in reality, we were watching a delightful film called Liquid Sky that I would recommend to everyone. So it's come from there a long way. We did those screenings in my house like once a week, and then we started to pack like 35, 40 people into a one-bedroom apartment, and it got a little fire hazardy, and it was finally suggested that we take it out public. And so we did our first screening 7 years ago this February. It was a double feature of Return of the Living Dead and Repo Man. And even though it was a snowy night in Chattanooga, a ton of people came out, and so many people that it kind of made us hungry to keep doing it, and somehow that led here, and here we are.
So this is the 3rd year that you have done the actual festival.
Right.
And how has that changed since the first year? Of the actual festival, not just the in your living room.
I'd say the big way it's changed is every year it gets a little easier to bring better and better films to town. Our reputation has really grown. We caught an unbelievable break last year with Southern Living magazine coming out, and they called us the Sundance of the South, which we don't believe at all, but when we send that information to distributors and filmmakers, they tend to be very cool about it. It kind of helps put this in context for people and lets them understand how curated it is, and kind of what we hope CFF is like an antidote to what film festivals have become. It's like you go to South by Southwest, they're McDonald's sponsored now. It's like this isn't about billion-dollar corporate sponsorships. This is about celebrating the art and the medium of film with as many cool, fun people as we can every year. And every year it's gotten a little easier to put together. Every year it's gotten a lot bigger in scope, and it hasn't killed us yet. So we're going to keep doing it.
So what was your attendance last year, and what are you projecting this year?
So just to give you the 3-year breakdown, honestly, year 1 it was 3,500 people. Year 2 we expected, honestly, because we'd added another screen, maybe 5,000, and it wound up being 7,100 people or so. And then this year, ticket sales we're on track for 10 to 12,000 people. So you know, a lot of that has to do with the 4th screen, but we also think that hopefully it has a lot to do with the programming and the things that people are starting to know us for a little bit.
Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit about your most special guests that you have this year?
Gosh, there's so many guests that I love this year. One big thing for me is, and he was here tonight, is Clint Howard. And if you look up Clint Howard on IMDb, the guy's been in over 233 films and television programs. Some of the most iconic, fun stuff ever. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen like Rock and Roll High School, but he is the coolest kid in Rock and Roll High School, and he's in there roaming around, and that means an awful lot to me. I was that guy for Halloween like 3 years. So I don't know, just stuff like that. And then I'm a big Metallica guy. To have Robert Trujillo in is a huge deal. And I don't know, it's just every year these guests become easier to get as opposed to harder to get, and that to me is not only flattering, but I feel like it shows that we're heading in the right direction, or at least I hope we are.
So you've got some Sundance people here as well, spectating as well?
There's quite a few folks, and also filmed straight out of Sundance. We've got a movie called The Fits, huge audience favorite at Sundance. We've got The Greasy Strangler, which I'm incredibly proud to have here. Probably the strangest thing that Sundance has ever showed. And when the mayor was talking about liking weird movies, I almost recommended it to him, but then I was like, nah, it's pretty rough.
So there are a lot of parties happening after hours at this event too.
There are.
Do you want to tell us about any of them, or are there any in particular that?
I would love to tell you. This year we've had a chance to kind of theme the parties and do a lot more with that. And like tonight, we have a karaoke live band after party in honor of a Korean film. We're playing a Korean serial killer karaoke movie called Karaoke Crazies that I love with all my heart. And we have Brian Kelly from Fantastic Fest introing it, and that's one of the coolest film programmers in the country. So I love that guy, and I think that's pretty special. Then there's a pajama party, because growing up I was a huge fan of the House Party movies, and House Party 2 they had a pajama jam, and it's great. And why the hell can't we have a pajama jam? So we do. And then we wanted to help out some local musicians as well, and that party, the curators of that party are Rock Floyd and Condora. And so if you come in pajamas to that party, you'll actually get a cassette release of their 2 new singles. It's the first thing that CFF is now releasing as a record label. So this is the first year we've gotten to do some stuff with the music world too, and we love that a lot. So
nice.
Yeah.
So what kind of PJs will you be wearing to the PJ party?
You want to know? I'll tell you. I have a Nicolas Cage onesie.
Oh my
that features his face from Wicker Man, and he's it's bee free, but he's yelling a lot, and it feels good to me. And it's strange to like wear anything that's like all one piece, but I don't know. I'll get used to it. It's fun.
So there are also some workshops or seminars going on.
Yeah, totally. And you know, this year we always audience feedback's a big deal to us, and every year we ask at the end of the event what people want to see more of. And this year, well, really for the first 2 years, everyone has said forever that they wanted a special effects seminar. And this year we have James Sizemore, who to me is one of the most talented practical effects artists ever. He created the Werefrog for the film Bad Blood that premieres here tonight. I love this man. He's also now started a toy company called Wonder Goblin. Just one of those guys that just hyper talented, can do anything with his hands, and I think people are going to not only love him but just learn a lot from him. And then there's a micro budget filmmaking a workshop taught by Jeremy Gardner and Christian Stella, who are amazing and can make no budget at all stretch a long way. If you haven't seen their zombie movie The Battery, to me it kind of changed the game for zombie movies, and so it's an honor to have him.
Any final thoughts on the film festival for this year, Chris?
Go see lots of movies.
Yeah.